What's up everybody, Simon here. This video is a follow-up on the GameStop trading frenzy caused by a bunch of Reddit members who wanted to take down Wall Street. This is basically an Occupy Wall Street that finally worked. I don't know if you guys remember Occupy Wall Street back in the day, several years ago, but now a group of people got together on Reddit and they went ahead and decided to buy against the short from the hedge funds that were making a lot of money tanking companies and buying their stocks at lower value, or I guess betting on the company to tank. So before we get into this video, go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. As always, I appreciate it. Let's get into this video. All right, so Robinhood is in some hot water today. They stopped trading on Gamestop, which is symbol GME, and AMC Theaters, which is AMC, and other stocks that were called out by Reddit members on Wall Street Bets forum. So it looks like Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, and other trading platforms are not allowing private investors to buy the stock that they want to buy. This has drawn a lot of criticism from AOC Ocasio-Cortez, who's in Congress, as well as Ted Cruz, a Congress member out of Texas. This is probably the first time these two ever agreed on something together, which is pretty funny. But this is Wall Street's way of responding and limiting private investments because it created a huge problem for hedge funds. Now, although GME and AMC and the other stocks have dropped significantly today and are coming down to their natural price, because what happened during this during short sales is they inflated the price of the stock by many people buying and holding the stock, forcing the hedge funds to buy the stock back to cover their losses because they were betting that the stock would go down, and they borrowed on assets to cover those stocks purchases. So they were betting that they would go down, buy them low, and resell them at the same price and pay back their debt. So they had to cover their losses, repurchase the stock, and now it's becoming where finally the power is almost with the people controlling the stock market versus the big brokers. So what's going to happen to private trading now that you're getting limited, or you're told you can't buy a specific stock, or they stop trading or prevent trading? I believe it's going to get federally regulated. It basically will be a regulation very similar to what you see to insider trading in the stock market. I find that private investors should not be regulated. However, they will be, because it shows you that if a group of people gather together and invest in one stock or want to manipulate one company, they have the power to do so. I mean, GameStop alone grew from $2 billion to $26 billion in 5 days without having a single product out, without any invention or anything like that. And yet the stock has climbed drastically, all because of a group of individuals deciding to purchase the stock against the short. That is incredible. So they manipulated that stock, AMC Theaters, which has had a tough year with the pandemic, and some other stocks, including Bed Bath & Beyond, Mac, and others. So it's going to be an interesting take, and people are pissed. So they're very upset at Robinhood to regulate its users. In fact, Robinhood's CEO had to respond, stating that he had to limit the buying of GameStop to protect his firm and the investors. Now, Robinhood is a brokerage firm, and being a brokerage firm, there are a lot of financial requirements. They're also probably regulated to some extent by the government and the Trading Commission. So it's allowing limited buying on stocks that people are not in demand right now or not desiring based on these Reddit forums. And the CEO assured the public that their decision was not based on a decision of any hedge fund or any market regulations. It was their own private decision to potentially limit their liability as well as limit the customers' liabilities. However, that didn't keep the users from revolting against Robinhood. They were fuming. They're basically saying that this is against the free market. It is not fair that the big hedge funds get to trade and manipulate a stock, or potentially, try to make sure a stock or a company is devalued so they could make money. However, in the free market with free people, which it's supposed to be here in America, you're not able to trade on the stock that you want because you're not a conglomerate, you're an individual. People were threatening to delete Robinhood based on their lockdown of the trades. And a lot of people were saying that Robinhood is on the favor of the hedge funds and they're taking the power away from the people. And this app is actually very socially spread. In fact, there's a lot of affiliate programs and a lot of YouTubers marketing Robinhood on their finance channels because Robinhood gives them free stocks or some incentive in doing so. So a lot of people that have learned about the app through recommendations are very upset. And I think it's going to widely affect Robinhood as well. Now, members of Wall Street threatened to file a class action lawsuit against Robinhood for allowing them to trade these stocks. They were saying this was alleging market manipulation. And what's crazier is Robinhood received a lot of one-star reviews on the Apple Store or the iOS platform as well as Android as of recent, just because a lot of people are really upset with them for locking them out from trading. It caused the app to have the lowest average rating ever. People were saying that allowing people to only sell versus buy is the biggest manipulation of the stock market that they've ever seen, which actually makes sense. How can you not be allowed to buy something yet you're allowed to sell something? It just would limit the whole concept of trading stocks. So there's never been a time where, unless there was the market, the entire market would close. There's never been a time where specific stocks were allowed to be bought or sold that I could remember based on people making or losing money in certain regard. And it didn't just stop with users criticizing Robinhood or TD Ameritrade or any of the other companies such as Schwab that stopped them. Mark Cuban also got into the mix. He basically was upset that he stated they're losing their ass, quote unquote, based on these few stocks in the market. And they stopped you from buying these stocks to further drive the price up. So he feels that is unfair because they're losing out, and the average Joe or the person, the private, the little guy cannot buy in, raise the stock price back up, and they're the ones that are really the ones getting affected by Robinhood's decision. So that's pretty crazy, guys. Not only have individuals chimed in on this, but politicians, and now I would say wealthy businessmen as well as celebrities. Then Barstool Sports, along with blog founder Dave Portnoy, declared war on Robinhood. So things are going to heat up and get interesting in the financial world. Portnoy even called Robinhood scam artists and crooks, and they deserve to be behind bars, is what he said. Guys, this is pretty nuts. So when Robinhood or any app out there can go ahead and regulate your money, which is basically in the stock market, whether you're buying or selling, they're prohibiting you from doing one or the other. So can you imagine if you already bought some stocks and you try to buy some more, whether it is to raise the price or you felt it was going to go up even higher, your money's involved, but you cannot use it because they are blocking the private purchaser, investor, or the little guy, yet they're allowing a hedge fund that's a big company to invest and purchase or sell these stocks, manipulating the stock back to what it should have been, which is artificially inflated by user demand and potentially the hedge funds themselves as well that tried to cash in on a downturn. So check out my other video on the GameStop shortage and basically the squeeze that they did on Reddit. Pretty incredible what they were allowed to do or what they were capable of doing. This is like Occupy Wall Street on another level. I remember a lot of people got together years back, maybe a decade, and they would sit out front of Wall Street. They wouldn't let them in and would say the financial institution in Wall Street is basically a sham full of a lot of crooks and so forth. This time around, they figured out how to control the entire financial world with billions and billions of dollars at play, causing these hedge funds billions in losses. This is amazing as to what happened. I hope you guys were reading about it somewhere. But anyway, share some of your feedback below, and I hope you liked this video. I wanted to personally let you know that I find it to be incredible. Not lucky enough to invest myself and make some money, and now I can't buy anything, so I'll just continue to watch it with my popcorn and enjoy the rest of the day. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video, and I'll catch you guys here next time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.